What's up, you guys? So in today's video, what I'm going to be going over are going to be 5 sweet fragrances that I plan on wearing this fall. Not only that, I want to share with you guys that this is being filmed in 4K 60 frames per second on the brand new iPhone 12 Pro. Just because I'm sure that there's some people that are out there that want to know how the front camera on this iPhone 12, how it works, how it looks, how it sounds. Thought I would make one of these videos, at least one of them, with this camera here. So if you have any comments about this camera or sound or anything really, just let me know down in the comments below. But what I'm going to be sharing in this video today is going to be 5 sweet fragrances that I plan on wearing this fall. These fragrances range from designer to clone houses to even niche fragrances. But on that note, let's get into it. Now, the first fragrance that I have here comes from the house of Happyland Studios. Some say that these are clone fragrances, C-L-O-N-E, or they say that they are inspired by fragrances. It is thick boozy, not dirty boozy. It's almost like a syrupy boozy kind of scent. There are some boozy fragrances out there that smell like dirty booze, like someone's been out drinking all night long kind of sense, or like just not the best booze in my opinion. Some people enjoy that, I just don't. This one is one that it's creamy, it's rich, it's loud, it's intoxicating. The scent is one that like I can smell coming off the cap, and I just up the mood. The first one I have here, guys, is gonna go to Elgudo by Happyland Studios. So I'll put the accords up on the screen here so you guys can get a general idea of what the community says about these fragrances. But this one right here, it lasts all day long for me. It lasts 10 to 12 hours on my skin. On clothes though, this lasts until I wash it off. This is not a weak fragrance by any stretch of imagination. But what's on this list is, while it's being a boozy scent, it is very, very sweet. Some might even say cloying sweet, but for me, it's just teetering on being just a heavenly boozy scent, while not being too sweet. Now, if you know anything about Happyland Studios, you know that all their fragrances tend to be beast smoke performing fragrances. They last a long time, they smell great. Most of them smell great. Some are more or less tailored for a certain niche of people, but for the most part, they're generally pretty well received fragrances. But in terms of Elgudo, there's actually a pretty cool story behind this fragrance. It's based around a song called Elgudo, which I will link the song that inspired this fragrance down in the description below, along with Happyland's website. But guys, this is the sweet, boozy, beast mode scent that is Happyland Elgudo. Next fragrance on this list is going to be the sweet aquatic. It's one that I reach for when I want something that's going to be aquatic, because I enjoy my aquatic fragrances. Being down South Georgia here, where there's a lot of water, there's a lot of salt in the air. This is what I reach for when I want something that's sweet, something that is going to project, last long, get compliments. All in all, it's one that I really enjoy. The fragrance is Acqua di Gio Absolute. This might not last quite as long on your skin as the Happyland Studios fragrances will, but it still lasts a long time. This is not your 2 to 3 hour fragrance. This is going to be your 6 to 8 to 10 hour workday fragrance. Honestly, it's what you expect from a Giorgio Armani fragrance. Now, the opening of this fragrance is going to be sweet, it's going to be somewhat youthful, but after about an hour or so of the wearing, that sweetness kind of blends in real well with the marine notes and the woody notes. And like I said, when I want something that's going to be a sweet marine fragrance, this is what we go with. Again, guys, that is Acqua di Gio Absolute. I do want you guys' input on how this video is looking, how the general scenery is here, if it's coming through clear, if I'm too dark, too light, whatever, just let me know. Now, this next fragrance that I have here, the scent is very well received in the fragrance community. The brand is still relatively new, so it's still somewhat unknown. But this fragrance is intoxicating. It's alluring. It's pools. It's one of the best, well-rounded, winter, fall fragrances. It's sweet. Some of you guys are gonna know what this is right here. This is Andy Warhol, bottle number 9. But this happens to be 3-in-1 Parfums. Man, it's the plum note in this is so intoxicating. And guys, this one right here is finally all the way macerated, so it's strong as hell. Like one spray is gonna fill the entire room with this fragrance. This one for me, in terms of being a sweet fragrance, is really a hit or miss. I love getting whiffs of this fragrance, but people that are around me don't always say the most positive things about it. Some do say that this is a mature sweet scent, but it is one that I'm gonna be reaching for quite often when it gets to be a bit cooler. In the summer though, this can be a bit cloying and be a bit too sweet, but now it's starting to get a bit cooler. I think today's in the 60s. This is gonna be perfect for when it gets to be about 40 to 50 degrees. This has sweet notes in it that will break through whatever cold is in front of you. The juicy sweet pear that's in this, that kind of blends in with what to me smells like incense, works really well in the cold weather. Again, guys, that is the clone from 3-in-1 Parfums of bottle number 9, Andy Warhol. Now, next what I have here is going to be my sweet gym scent. It's going to be the one that I reach for when I want something sweet and going to the gym. It's not too serious of a scent. It's going to be one that is a cheapie. It's one that you can just throw in your gym bag and kind of go. To me, it's the most impressive from the line of these fragrances. And to me, when I smell what I get, it's going to be Invictus and some pineapple. Ash from Jensen said that it smelled like Invictus Aqua, which maybe I'm just not too familiar with that fragrance. But I do know that I enjoy this one. This is going to be Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct Together. This is the new 2020 release from their line. Which after watching his review, yeah, you can kind of tell here that they kind of tried making it look like the Invictus Aqua bottle. It's the blue gradient, you know. But what you get with the Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct together is you'll be taking Invictus, maybe lighten up the fruit notes, take back some of the maybe darker notes, amp up the marine notes, and you get this for like a fraction of the cost. And again, guys, that is Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct together. Lastly is going to be my biggest hitter of the fall and winter time. It's going to be the Sweet Honey Tobacco fragrance. One that I have not worn just yet this cool season, but I want to give it just a bit more time until it gets a bit cooler, because I've worn half of the bottle last year. So I kind of want to slow down a little bit and actually get to enjoy the fragrance and not just kind of throw it on randomly. I want to wear it on certain occasions, I guess. That Sweet Honey Tobacco fragrance is going to be Xerjoff Maxos. Guys, this is one fragrance that the details that go into the bottle actually go to the scent as well. It's a very elegant, elaborate, compliment-getting fragrance. It is up there in top 5 of the best fall fragrances that you can buy. Just trust me on that one. It starts off bold, sweet, semi-bright, inviting, and that really doesn't change much. But guys, like the others in this line, this is one that really breaks through the cold, really breaks through your surroundings. It has a phenomenal sillage, but with that comes the price, which is not a cheap fragrance. It's one that I feel like is worth the money. But if you are lucky, you can find it at bimbafragrances.com, which is linked down in the description below. But guys, those are 5 sweet fragrances that I plan on wearing this fall and this winter. This is more or less a test, just pretty much for this camera. Kind of getting used to it. You see the lighting might be a little bit off, but I'm learning with this camera, so bear with me a little bit. But guys, like I always say, keep it gent, love your scent, and I will see you all next time.